Hello, this little video is going to show you how to use the bus stop to divide numbers. So let's have a look at something. We'll do that one in a minute, 38 divided by 4, but let's have a look at some like this to start with. Let's take any even number like 64 and we're going to divide it by 2 because the 2 times table is a nice easy one to start with. Well, that's the part that goes in the bus stop. So you draw your bus stop and 64 goes in there. The dividing part goes on the outside. If the question was written like this, the bottom goes on the outside and that goes on the inside. So now we ignore the 4, pretend the 4's not there, and just say how many 2's go into 6. Well, 2, 4, 6. So it goes in 3 times. And there's no remainder, but I'm going to put the 4 back. Now I have to know how many 2's go into 4. And I write the answer above the 4. There's no remainder, there's nothing else to carry on, so that's the answer. 64 divided by 2 is 32. I'll do another one. If I had something like 48 divided by 3, or it might be written like this. Same thing, they mean the same thing, so don't worry about it. But we're going to do how many 3's go into 48. So put my bus stop, that goes inside, that goes on the outside. Now this is the 3 times table. So I've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. You'd be surprised how much easier it makes it. If you're not very confident with your times tables, that makes it much easier. So let's have a look. 3's into 4. It definitely goes in there. 6 is too big, so it only goes in once. I'll write the 1 above the 4, but I want to go from 3 to 4, so there's a remainder of 1. Now that remainder gets written next to the next number, like that. 3's into 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I write how many times it goes into 18 right above it. So 3's into 18 goes 6. So 48 divided by 3 equals 16. I'll do another one. Let's have 236 divided by 2. Well, my 2 times table, 2 goes into 2 once, no remainder. I go to the next number along. 2's into 3 goes once, but there's a remainder of 1. 2's into 16, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 8 is 8. And there we have it, 118. So 236 divided by 2 is equal to 118. Let's have a look when there's going to be a remainder. So let's say I wanted to do 31 divided by 2. 2 times table, so 2's into 3 goes once, but 2 ones are 2, so there's 1 left over, there's a remainder, and I put that remainder here next to the other one. I now read that as 11, so there's the remainder, and I read it as 11. 2's into 11 go 5, but 5 2's are 10, so there's a remainder of 1, which is great, but if I needed that as a decimal, there's a lovely little trick I can use. I put a decimal point there and a decimal point right above. If you put one in there, have to put it in. The reason I'm putting that point there is to give it a 0. Same value, but I've got somewhere to write that remainder if I need to. 2's into 3 goes once, carry the 1. 2's into 11 go 5. Remember there's a remainder of 1, which I now write next to the next number. 2's into 2's into 10 go 5. So 31 divided by 2 is equal to 15 remainder 1, or 31 divided by 2 is equal to 15.5. I'll just do a couple more. 38 divided by 5. So 38 goes into the bus stop, and there's my 5. So this time it's the 5 times table. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Might not need them all, but it just makes it easy to count. So 5's into 3. Now 5's into 3, look, don't go, because even 1's just too big. So that goes in 0 times. But that 3 the whole of the 3 has to be carried. So I'm now looking at 5's into 38. Well, can you see that's here? Because 40 is too big. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But 7 5's are 35. 36, 37, 38. There's a remainder of 3. So 38 divided by 5 is 7, remainder 3. But what if I needed that as a decimal? Well, I can use that trick of putting 0.0. 38 divided by 5. 5's into 3 don't go, carry the whole of the 3. 5's into 38 go 7. Now I'm going to put my decimal points. So 5's into 38 goes 7, remainder 3. 5's into 30 go 6. So it's either 7 remainder 3 or 7.6. Both are correct, depending on which one you've been asked to put it in. So I'll do one more example. Let's try 153 divided by 6. That goes on the outside of the bus stop. The number I'm sharing goes inside. Now 6 is into 1, don't go. Carry the 1. 6 is into 15, well, I've got 6, 12, 18, so it only goes in twice, but 2 6s are 12. So I've got to get 12, 13, 14, 15. So there's a remainder of 3. So I write the remainder next to the next digit. 6 is into 33. Well, 6 6s are 36. So coming down, 5 6s are 30. But there's a remainder of 3. 5's into 30 go. 6's into 33 go 5, remainder 3. But what about if I need it as a decimal? 153 point. I'll put a couple of zeros, I might not need them all. Let's just see. 6's into 1 don't go, carry that 1. 6's into 15 go twice. 2 6s are 12, carry the 3. 6's into 33 go 5, carry the 3, because 5 6s are 30, 31, 32, 33. There's a remainder of 3. That goes here. 6's into 30 go 5. So there we have it. 153 divided by 6 equals 25.5, or 25 remainder 3. So I really hope that helped, and bye-bye.